So welcome on this Monday morning. And the theme of our classes this week is water and flow. So really the element of water and what that means to us. And water is very much connected to the sacral chakra. So the hips, our sexual organs, that kind of area in the body. So let's start with an oil. And I'm going to use cypress, which is the oil of flow. So whatever oil you have, just pop a little drop on your hands. So London there behind you, Cora. I like it. It reminds me of home. And just take a couple of deep breaths. Just arrive in your breath, arrive in your space. And then bringing, when you've had enough of your oil, bringing one hand onto your heart and one hand onto your womb space. Let's just take a moment, just connect to our ocean breath. We inhale through the nose and we exhale through the mouth. Take a moment to connect to the notion of flow. How in flow do you feel? And how do you know when you're in flow? For me, I always sing more and dance more and I'm more creative and artistic. Just take a moment to breathe in what makes you feel more in flow. Make a little intention from this space. And sigh out anything that you don't need. Let it go. Breathing in flow and letting go of stagnation. And let's bring our hands down, placing our hands onto our knees. So we're just going to take a little couple of rounds of the Vastrika breath. And this is a good breath. These breaths are good. They're energizing breaths, good to get rid of stagnation. And this is good for the digestion. It's also good for brain fog. And it's quite a powerful one where we inhale, belly goes out, exhale, belly goes back. Okay, so we're just going to do 2 rounds of 10, and then we might do this a couple of times as we move today as well. So let's take an inhale to start. We clear it out. So it's a balanced breath through the nose. Okay, and you can follow me. Actually, let me put my sound on so you can hear me more. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so that's the idea. Belly goes out, belly goes back. Now, if you've got a cold or you're really snuffly, just work with a deep breath, because it might be that this is not aligning for you today. If you are getting over a cold or anything like that, you can always work with a deep breath. Okay, so here we go. Drop the shoulders down. Let's get nice and energized and get that flow moving, the blood moving. Last one, inhale, hold the breath. Exhale, hold on empty. One more round, okay? So you can see my hands now. Here we go. Three, two, one. Inhale. Bring your tongue to your palate. Retain the breath. Exhale. Option to hold on empty. Come back to your normal breath. And let's come to standing today. So we're going to start in our standing pose. And we're just going to do one more round of that breath, but with some movement. Okay, so just take your shoulders back. And this is the hormone yoga breathing as well. And it's the Kundalini breath. And the reason for that is because it's known to be a very stimulating breath for the endocrine system. Okay, so now we're going to bring the hands and we're going to move the hands either up all the way or just to the shoulders as you do the breath. Okay, so belly out, belly back, belly out, belly back. You can go slow or you can go a little bit more speedy like I am. So see what feels right. Take an inhale. Exhale, clear it out. Inviting in the element of water today. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Keep your arms up. So we're stimulating the lymph today, imagining the flow around your body. Stretch up to the sky, stretch over to the right, opening up into the side body. Come back to the center and over to the left. And now we're just going to find that breathing as we move from left to right 10 times. So it does get more tricky when we're moving. Just do what you can. Take an inhale. Exhale. Start on the right side, 10 pumps. Three, 2, 1. Bring your hands behind your head. Bend the knees, and we're going to start to get into the hips, into the sacral, sexy sacral chakra. So you're going to really move, channel your inner Beyonce here from side to side. So knees are bent, you're really moving into the hips. Okay, we're going to start on the right hand side. Again, with the same breath to energize. Here we go. Lovely, Cora. 3, 2, 1. Have a smile, have a laugh. And then we start on the left side, okay? Same again. Take an inhale. Exhale. Move those hips. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release your hands. Take them up to the sky. Bring your hands down to your heart. Excuse me, step towards the front of your mat, feet slightly wider than hip distance. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Knees can be soft, knees can be bent. Press into the feet, rise up again. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. You may need to bend the knees. You may need blocks. Inhale, halfway lift, looking forward. Exhale, ground the hands to the floor and step back to all fours pose. From here, we're going to find some cat-cows. So just inhale, looking forward, opening the heart. Exhale, arching the spine. And then inhale, if you're working with osteoporosis, a straighter spine. And just keep moving here, just feeling in, feeling that flow along the spine. And then from here, release back into child's pose. Take a breath here with the arms by the side of the body, knees hip distance. Take a moment. And anything you need to clear out, you need to let go of, any stagnation, just release it into the earth. Inhale, flowing up to all fours. And then bring the left knee a little bit to the middle of the mat. I always like to have a blanket or something for my knees here. Inhale, extend the right leg. And then option to just work with the leg here as you draw the thigh into the belly and then extend. Or option to work with the arm and the leg. So we're drawing the navel back to the spine. We're finding our engagement in the pelvic floor. We inhale and then we exhale. Drawing the elbow to the knee. It's fine to have a little wobble. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. And there are quite a lot of lymph nodes in the belly, in the groin as well. So when we're really working on flow. We're really focusing on those lymph nodes, that circulation, cleansing the body. Inhale. Bring that left hand down to the floor. Take a couple of little circles in that right ankle. Point the toe and then plant the foot in between your hands, coming into your low lunge. And take a couple of little movements here, just releasing into that right hip. Option to press into the foot and raise the hands up to the sky, taking our low lunge. Take a breath here, stretching your arms in front of you up to the sky, or maybe drawing the arms back a little bit if that feels good for the low back. Take a breath. And then bring your hands together, press the hands, and then bring the hands to the heart. So you're either just going to twist from here towards the right, or hook that elbow over the knee and press the hands together, lift the belly away from the thigh. Option to take it a little bit harder and to tuck that back toe and lift that back knee off the floor. See how that feels for your body. 2 breaths here. Exhale, connect to the breath. 1 more. Exhale, drop that back knee. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale, frame that front foot and step back to all fours. Take some little circles here. Again, just moving with the flow, getting into the sacral chakra, intuitively moving however you need to move, and then coming back to all fours. Extend the left leg. So hip bones parallel. Make sure your hands feel comfortable. You may need to walk them forward. Take some little circles in the ankle. So we're really working into all the joints today in our theme of flow. And then we're going to either just work with the leg, so try one just with the leg, okay? Or option to extend the opposite hand. So see how this feels. Draw navel back to spine, engage pelvic floor, take an inhale, back of the neck long. And then exhale, draw your elbow towards your knee. Beautiful. Connecting to that breath. Now you can drop the hand. 1 more, hold here. Place the hand down and then place your foot or bring your foot in between your hands. Take a little moment here, check in with the knee. If it's too strong, always come out, listen to your body. Press into the foot and then root to rise, coming into low lunge, feeling that beautiful opening of the thighs, the hips. Take an inhale, stretch up. 1 more breath, really stretching your fingers up to the heavens. And this is beautiful because we're really flushing into the lymph node in the armpits. So important. The lymph has no circulation of its own. It has no heartbeat. So really it's movement that flushes the fluid around the body. And then bring your hands down to your heart. Either just twist to the left or hook the right elbow over the knee. Check in with how that feels on your body. Option to tuck that back toe and lift the knee up off the floor. Beautiful. Take another breath here if you can. Checking you can still breathe. And your breath is smooth. Drop the back knee. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step back to all fours. Find some circles. And you may want to take the bum all the way back to the heels. Just get some sexy circles in. Lovely. And then from here, option to stay with cat-cow or bring knees under hips and come into downward facing dog. And with our downward facing dog today, we're going to take the feet a little bit wider than the hips. So back of the neck long, so you're looking at your shins. Bend into the knees a little bit. And we're going to start to just do these little flows forward. Okay, if this doesn't feel good, take cat-cow. So you're just flowing, you're bending your knees and bringing your hips kind of forward and back. Option to stay here or to come forward more. So the shoulders come over the wrists. So we're just loading those bones. But trying to slow it down so it's yoga and not general exercise, and we're connecting the breath with the movement. Checking in with how this feels in your shoulders, your hips. Last one. And then finding your stillness in your downward facing dog. Take an inhale.
Exhale, clear it out. Slide that left foot across to the middle of the mat. Take your right leg up to the sky. Take your right leg as high as feels good. You may even want to come onto the tiptoe of the left foot and fan that right leg out. See how that feels? And then bring the right leg down, level off the hips, inhale. Exhale, plant your foot or bring your foot in between your hands. Come onto the toe, the ball of the back foot, as you sweep your hands up to the sky, coming into your high lunge. Bring the hands into fists, and anything that you need to let go of, anything that is preventing you fully be in your flow, just going to let it go. Maybe nothing, but maybe you just want to release through the breath. So bring your hands into fists and we just bring the arms down and we through the mouth, okay? And then again, inhale. Anything you need to clear out, physical, emotional, spiritual, and again, inhale. Let it go. Beautiful. Inhale, taking your hands up to the sky. Stay with me if you can. Exhale, bringing your hands down to the floor. Stepping back to all fours or to plank pose. Float down onto the belly. Come into Sphinx or Cobra if that feels good. Forearms down, elbows under shoulders. Press into the legs, but try not to contract the glutes because it can pinch the low back. So try and let the bum be a bit soft as you come up. And just take a couple of breaths here. This is a beautiful pose. It really helps us get into our parasympathetic nervous system, and it's also good for the digestion. One more breath. And then release down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Press back, knees wide, feet together. Take a little moment in Child's. Inhale, curling up to all fours. Bring your knees under your hips. Fingers nice and wide. Hug upper arm bones in. Shoulders away from ears. Downward facing dog. Slide your right foot across to the middle of the mat. Take the left leg up to the sky and lift that left leg as far up as feels nice. Maybe you want to come onto the tippy toes of the right foot. Maybe you want to fan that left leg over to the right side. And just see how that feels, opening up the left hip. And then release that left leg back, hips parallel, point the toe, inhale. Exhale, plant your foot in between your hands. Come onto the toe, the ball of the back foot and the toes. And inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Back knee can be as bent as you need. Find your space, take a breath. And this time the hands are going to be like swords. So the fingers all come together. And these are Kali's swords, okay? So this time we're slicing away anything that we need to that prevents us being in flow. So take an inhale and slice it away. And again, 2 more. Inhale, exhale. It can be physical ailments, like for me, it's my shoulder. Slicing away my painful shoulder. And then, whatever it is, inhale. Breathing in fluidity and flow on this beautiful morning. And then exhale, ground the hands down to the floor. Step back. Let's come into a little plank. Draw navel back to spine. Engage pelvic floor. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Drop your knees. Drop your torso. Either coming into Sphinx or bring the hands underneath the shoulders and come into Cobra. Baby Cobra or full Cobra. Again, try not to engage the glutes because we want that softness in the low back, in the sacrum. And then release down. Press back, knees wide. Option to extend arms forward, coming into extended child's pose. Take another breath here. Exhale fully. On your inhale, curling up to all fours. Tuck your toes, coming into downward facing dog. Take an inhale here and clear it out. And then start to walk your feet towards your hands. Your hands can come towards your feet. Bring your hands on your shins or on the floor, look forward. And then exhale, fold in. Inhale, root to rise. Bring your hands up over your head. Press your hands together. And then stretch over to the right side. Back to the center and then over to the left. Come back to the center, bring your hands to your heart. And let's have a little shake out. So just a good little shake out. And even in the morning, if you get up and you just have a little shake, that's really good. That stimulates the lymph around the body, detoxification. A little shake out of the feet, move into the ankles. Beautiful. And then we're going to come into a balancing pose. So options today for our balancing pose. So option to come into tree pose as always, okay? Or option to come into standing pigeon pose. So standing pigeon pose, we bring the right foot and we flex the foot. So like the foot's kind of sickle and it's above the knee, not on the knee. Bring your hands onto your hips. And then from here, you just start to bend into the left knee. If you've got any ankle issues, this can be strong. So you're sort of bending down like this, and maybe bending a little bit more, but see how you feel with this. And then from here, we start to release the arms forward, okay? So there's bus stops in this. First one, you would just do tree. Second one, you would do a baby version of this. Third one, you would go a little bit deeper and take the arms up to the sky, okay? And you're really drawing the bum like back down. Third option, if you're feeling quite open, is to come a little bit deeper and to come into a forward fold from here. But it is quite strong. If you've got any back issues, please don't do this. And just see, your hands can come down. And then to come back up, you really want to soften this knee and come up. It's quite strong. That's it, beautiful. So you're bending into this left knee. So it's like a standing pigeon, you know, we do this. Beautiful. One more breath. And then let's change sides. So you just play with the standing pose. It may be that this is not for you. And then we do the other side. First of all, just find your balance and start to bend into the right knee. So see how this feels. Once you've got your balance, then you start to extend the arms and draw the bum back. So you should feel that nice kind of spacious feeling around the glutes where you can feel it kind of stretching. Beautiful. And maybe you want to stretch a little bit more. Oh, I love this. If you're a more advanced practitioner and you want to have a play, then you can come forward from here. You can have your hands on blocks. Whatever you feel, it's quite strong in the morning. And then coming up as you feel, when you feel. Beautiful, Cora. Take one more breath here. Balancing poses. I always say this, they're so important for us. And then bring the hands together, beautiful. And let's bring the inner arches of the feet together. And let's take a fierce chair. So it's basically that, but the legs are together and we're squeezing the legs together and we're engaging the pelvic floor. So we're drawing the pelvic floor muscles up, release down, take a breath. Bring your hands to your heart. So option to take a little twist, like I'm doing now from here, or option to hook that left elbow over the right knee and come into a deeper twist. Take a breath, keep rooting into the feet, and then inhale, coming up again. Ooh, powerful. And then option to do the other side again. Hands can come to the heart and it can be a twist from here, that's absolutely fine. Or you can hook the right knee, the right elbow over the knee and find your twist from here. And then come back to the center, extend your arms, take a breath, and then exhale, fold forward. Take your legs a little bit wider. So take your legs wider than your hips, and then bend the knees and sweep the hands up to the sky. Beautiful. And then from here, bring your hands down. So you're going to bring your forearms onto your thighs and just move a little bit from side to side. If this is too strong, Bring the hands above the knees and take this version, just moving from side to side. Okay, if you can come a little bit deeper, then bring the forearms and we just move from side to side. We're getting into the hips today. 2 more, it's quite strong. Ooh. And then root to rise, coming up, bringing your hands up over your head, bringing your hands down to your heart. And we're going to come into Hindi squat. So if you have knee issues, maybe you just want to come to seated now. If you want to come into Hindi squat with me, feet the same position as they just were, take the hands up to the sky and we start to come down. So any little knee tweaks, please ignore this and come, please just don't do this. And then coming down into Hindi squat. So your arms are pushing into your legs and your legs are pushing into your arms. So like my legs would do that, but my arms are pushing my legs out. So I'm creating this kind of container and rooting down into the feet. And my hands are pressed together. And again, just coming back to that intention. That notion of flow. What does flow look like to you? When you're in flow, what happens? What do you feel? Just breathing that in for one more breath. And then we're going to come to seated from here. So you can either just plop down, whoop, and then bring the feet together. Let me check the time. Bring the feet together, holding onto the ankles. And let's just find some movement here as we just draw our chest forward and then roll back. And then find some circles here. So just moving and then change direction. Lovely, really getting into the spine. And I love the sacral chakra, well, I love the hips anyway, but I like it because we can do some playful things this week, like rolling like children and playing with the splits. And then inhale, take your hands up to the sky, breathing in gratitude. Exhale, bringing your hands forward wherever they want to land, walking the hands forward, just taking a nice stretch out, walking them as far forward as feels sweet for your back, taking a breath here. And exhale, just sinking in wherever you are. If that's high up, that's absolutely fine as well. One more breath. And coming all the way up. Lying on your backs. If you want to put some socks on or anything warm, then do. And bring your knees into the belly. Hi, Andrea. So bring your knees into your belly. And we'll just take a couple of little happy babies. And if your legs are sore, because I know Andrea did this yesterday, we did a lot of happy babies. Just the soles of the feet up to the sky and just take a little, again, this is, you know, all these poses are so amazing for the lymph. We're just turning the body, we're working into the lymph node in the groin. Yoga is so amazing. And then just give yourselves a hug, draw your knees in. And then let's release, palms facing up, legs flopping out. Let's come into our Shavasana. Just taking a few minutes here. So important just to have a few minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes to integrate. And a famous little quote here. Actually, I'll find the little Rumi one. So the Rumi one, actually no, this is a nice one. Whatever comes, let it come. What stays, let it stay. And what goes, let it go. And I invite you to bring your hands onto your heart. Again, connect to your intention or that notion of what flow means to you. And it's always good if you can to journal after yoga too and feel into that. And then find some stretches in the body, stretching the arms, stretching the legs, drawing your knees into the belly and taking a little rock and then making your way up to seated. And we'll just take a little few rounds of Nadi Shodhana just to close off our practice today. So your left hand, index finger by thumb, right hand, middle finger and index finger on the thumb mound, and you're just going to move right and left. If you need to go, please feel free to go. If you need to go and take the kids, I understand. So thumb comes down on the right nostril, and then we inhale through the left side. And it's said that it's really good for the brain to do this 8 times a day. 8, not 8 times, 8 goes, yeah? 8 times in the day. So thumb comes down, inhale through the left side. Close both nostrils, exhale right side. So option to start working with a little pause of the breath or to just stay flowing. Inhale right side. Retain at top. Exhale left side. Hold on empty. Inhale same side. Close the breath. Exhale right side. Inhale right side. Oh, look at your doggy. Exhale left side. Inhale left side. Retain the breath. Exhale right side. Hold on empty. Inhale same side. Close nostrils. Exhale left side. And then bring your right hand down to meet your left. Just take a couple of breaths and notice. Such a powerful little thing that you can do if you feel a little bit anxious, if you're not feeling right. Just coming into that. And just so you know, when you press the right side and you breathe in the left side, it calms. When you press the left and breathe in through the right, it energizes. So if you're feeling anxious, right finger on right nostril and breathe in the left side. And let's close out today with one arm and 3 shantis. Sending peace out to the world, peace to those we love, and peace to ourselves. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, lovely ladies. Well done for getting up.